Hi, this is Charlie here with another simple tip to help you live a lifestyle you love. Today I'm talking all about how to minimize that holiday stress. You know, it's so ironic, isn't it? Because there's all these warm and fuzzy commercials and the lights are everywhere and there's music playing. And at the same time, too many of you are running around saying, I cannot wait for this to be over. I cannot wait for this to be over. Well, I say this is a time in our lives that was really meant decades and decades ago. People celebrated, they got down. It was like, hey, this is the end of the year. Let's have a good time. We've been working so hard. So I say, let's take our holidays back, minimize the stress, maximize the fun, and here are 3 simple steps to help you do just that. The first one is I want you to truly look at your expectations. Identify what they are. Are you expecting your sweetie to propose just because you've seen probably 50 commercials in which somebody has proposed to his sweetheart? Well, the jewelry companies want to sell rings, and while it's a wonderful time and certainly a wonderful moment, if it doesn't happen, it's not his fault. So don't create that kind of expectation and put it on your relationship. Maybe you're looking at your family and every year you have this idea that you're going to have this Norman Rockwell type of Christmas that really you know is only going to happen if you have a completely different family. Or maybe you're on your own this holiday season and you've put these expectations around the holidays in general saying they're supposed to be like this, I'm supposed to be with family, or I'm supposed to be at this big dinner party and it's not happening and so my holidays are going to be lousy. Well, these things are all within your control. And there is a great word going around this year called Antici-ppointment, and it could not be more perfect. Because when you create expectations either for your holiday, for yourself, now you've put this idea in your head that something is supposed to be a certain way or should be a certain way. And when it doesn't happen, well, there comes the disappointment. And you can avoid all of that by identifying what those expectations you have around your holiday are and throwing them out, which brings me to step number 2. I want you to set an intention to enjoy the holiday season. Can you imagine just enjoying the holiday season? Now, for some of you, you probably don't even know what that means. And I can tell you that when I did that for me, it completely changed a lot of the choices that I made. Because suddenly, instead of being on autopilot, I had to think about what am I doing and do I really want to do that? Your choice is the greatest power that you have. And with all the marketing and pressure and obligation and everything else that has just continued to be steeped onto us every single year, really around every holiday, what ends up happening is we go into autopilot. And that brings me to step number 3. Once you have set that intention to enjoy your holidays, you've got to follow through with action. And that means taking a moment and pausing before you make your choices. If you overspend, you're not going to feel good about that later, and then you're going to have the stress of having to dig out from that. If you're doing things out of obligation that you don't really want to do, somewhere deep down inside of you, you're going to feel like you betrayed yourself. If you're running around and you're spending this time with people that you don't really want to see, well, I know sometimes we have to compromise a little bit, but the idea is for you to really look at it and just be a little bit more involved in directing how this time goes and how you spend it. And you can easily do that and find the balance, but you have to put yourself in that position first where your enjoyment is actually high on your priority list. I really hope that you will follow these steps and you will make your holiday season something that is really, really wonderful, because the truth is it's about appreciation and it's supposed to be about simplicity, and you can bring that component back in with the enjoyment any day you wish. Cheers to the best holiday season yet.